you. Elizabeth, how
Hi,
are you,
Daniela. Nice to
honey?
see
Nice
you.
to see you too. It's been so long.
I
How are
know.
you?
I'm great. You do look great.
You do too. Look who's talking. You have stated that this could be a career end. Why risking it so much? And it's a movie that we never expected you to do. So tell me all about it.
I really enjoyed the idea that I could break people's expectations of what an Elizabeth Banks film could look like. You
Okay.
know, and when I read
Yes.
this script, I felt how unique it was. I felt what the opportunity was to pull together the tone of the movie and to really entertain people and make something that was going to challenge me as a filmmaker in terms of the action sequences and the CGI, all the technical aspects. I really enjoyed that learning curve and collaborating with Weta Digital Workshop and creating this bear and pulling together a huge cast of characters. I love getting these multiple POVs together, holding together all the storylines. I just felt like the script offered a lot of incredible opportunities to me, but at the same time, I didn't want to make like a lark, a laugh. I didn't want it to be perceived as something just silly or dumb. To me, this movie has a lot of interesting themes inside of it. At the end of the day, I just want to entertain people. But I am having incredible conversations with people who are seeing like the parenting in it and the need for connection with people and the idea of, chaos that we all have to tame and the idea that man's hubris in nature, that we think we can control nature when of course we can't. All of those ideas were also sort of underpinned my intention, I was able to make something really fun and delightful. But also there's an intensity inside of it that I wanted people to also, feel while they're watching it.
What was your first reaction when you actually found out that, the seed of the story is actually real?
Yeah.
It's the
I
most random thing.
it's real, and it was, and frankly it was a little depressing because in
Yes.
reality this bear OD'd on the cocaine, and was sort of collateral damage in this war on
Yeah.
drugs that has failed, and I just felt like this movie was an opportunity to tell a redemption story for that bear. Right, this was like, we're gonna turn that bear into a hero.
Yeah. Well, and the way we messed up with nature again, because of
Yes.
our greed or whatever. It's just,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's 100% a big theme in the movie. It's what Ray Liotta's character is all about. He represents greed, man's greed, and the pursuit of everything, their own pursuit at the cost of nature. I think that's something that I hope people take away from the movie, as well as a great time.
Definitely. Um, and now that you mentioned him, how are you going to remember Ray Liotta? ¿Cómo vas a recordar a Ray Liotta?
I have a beautiful picture of him in my mind's eye. We all lived in a little town called Dalkey, just south of Dublin in Ireland, where we made this movie. And one night I was in a shop and I looked out and he was on the street, arm in arm with his fiancee JC, he was there with. They had a doggy bag and they clearly were coming from dinner, and he was laughing. And that is how I remember Ray. I remember Ray arm in arm with a woman he loved, smiling and enjoying his life, and coming to set, making this movie totally joyfully, like with just a full heart. Great to see you, Daniela.
You take care.